what was going through your mind when they notified you were going to be inducted?
Well, see, the way they did it then, well, they notified me that, I mean, the forms, you know, were sent out. And at that time, what they would do is simply say, you're one of the finalists. So you go with that, and the main thing is going to be such and such a day or evening or whatever, and it's going to be here, and but you did not know until you got there. Now, saying one of the finalists, you didn't know if that was one of 5 or one of 10 or one of what. And this was at Central State. I still call it Central. It's UCO, I guess, University Central. Because George and I had said that we could, all of our artifacts and things from the Hall of Fame could be housed there. So this is where we had the banquet the night before, or the induction ceremony the night before, and then the next day we had a workshop all day long on different topics that were of interest to this group. So I'm sitting there with my family, and also then you had to, it was a price tag attached to it, because you had to buy a ticket to go. We don't do that anymore, but at that time we did. And I think I had like 3 tables, because there were just so many people who wanted to go. They didn't care what it cost. They wanted to be there for me. And I really, you know, this is where that support group thing really pays off. And they, of course, they did it in alphabetical order. Well, I think there were 5 of us or 7 of us in that year. Maybe there were 7 of us. And my name's Mitchell, so, you know, everybody else had been called, and, you know, then it was Mitchell, and then it was Donna and I. So she really was the last one, but, you know, you're sitting there and you're thinking, no, wait a minute, why would they, you know, say you're a finalist? And I had no idea, because I did not know how that was structured at that time. If, you know, being a as I said, being a finalist of 3 or 5 or 7 or 10 or what. But I was chosen. When they told me they were going to nominate me, I sort of felt the same way. I said, oh gosh, there are just so many other people there who's probably done so much more than me. And, you know, and that's fine if I don't get it. It's kind of like with the Academy Awards that say, you know, being nominated is okay too, you know. But I might say I was most delighted when they did call my name.
Did you have presenters back then? Did someone present you?
Well, yes and no. They tried to make sure that the person or people who had nominated you were invited, but they did it all. They didn't have them come up, you know, and they just pulled pieces from whatever they had sent in. And, you know, when I found out that, I guess they sent in, you know, that many things, there were different people. And, you know, my dear, dear friend, Judy, took this on. And she got letters from everybody that she knew I had done something for or whatever, and sent it in. But she knows how to do that, you know. Now I've learned over the years of what it takes, and because usually I'm one of the commissioners who help decide of the next crew that's gonna be inducted. But it was overwhelming, because, you know, I kept saying, I know there are people who've done so much more than I And when they called my name, I just kind of melted, you know. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, what does this type of honor mean to you?
Well, it means that somebody has taken time to look at the things that I've done or been involved with and felt that they were meaningful enough. And this is their way of saying, this is how we're going to say thank you. That's what it means to me. It means that you don't stop, you continue, you do even more.